The crowd was already laughing before the bell even rang. "Is this a joke?" The famous boxer sneered, rolling his shoulders as cameras flashed. "You brought a girl to fight me." Lena stood across the ring, small and quiet, her gloves too big for her thin arms. She was only 16. Her shoes were old. Her hair was tied back tight, like she didn't want it in the way of pain. "Say something," the boxer mocked. "Are you scared?" Lena didn't answer. The announcer's voice shook. "This is an exhibition match." Everyone knew it wasn't fair. Everyone knew why it was happening. Lena's gym owed money. Big money. The owner had begged. The boxer, Dante the Hammercross, had laughed and made an offer. "Put the girl in the ring," he said. "I'll forgive the debt. I want to show the world what weakness looks like." The crowd roared. From the front row, rich men smiled. Phones were already recording. This was going to go viral. Lena looked to the corner where her coach stood. Old, tired, ashamed. "You don't have to do this," he whispered. "Yes, I do," Lena said softly. The bell rang. Dante didn't move at first. He walked around her slowly, hands down, smiling wide. "Swing," he said. "Come on, hit me." Lena raised her gloves. Her hands shook. She threw a weak punch. Dante leaned back and laughed. "That's it," he shouted to the crowd. "This is what you cheer for." He tapped her forehead with his glove. Not even a punch, just a tap. Lena stumbled back. Something flashed in her eyes. Not fear, not anger, something deeper. Dante's smile faded just a little. He stepped in fast and punched the shoulder. Not hard, just enough to hurt. Enough to humiliate. Lena fell to one knee. The referee looked unsure. The crowd screamed louder. "Get up," someone yelled. Dante raised his arms. "I told you. Weak." Lena pushed herself up. Her lip was bleeding now. She wiped it with her glove and whispered, so softly no one heard, "Please forgive him." Dante frowned. "What did you say?" Lena lifted her eyes and looked straight into his. "I said," she spoke louder now, "this ends the day." The crowd laughed again. But somewhere deep inside Dante's chest, something felt wrong, and he didn't know why. Dante decided to end it fast. He rushed forward, throwing punch after punch. Not full power, but enough to show control, enough to scare her. Lena dodged the first punch. The second missed. The third brushed her arm. The crowd grew quieter. Dante frowned. "Lucky," he muttered. He swung harder. Lena moved again. She wasn't fast like a pro. She wasn't strong like a champion. But she knew where to stand, where to step, where not to be. How? Dante thought. He jabbed. Lena blocked. That was when the silence hit. A block. Clean. Perfect. The referee blinked. Dante stepped back, shocked. "Who trained you?" Lena didn't answer. She stepped forward and tapped his ribs. Light. Controlled. The crowd gasped. Dante's face burned. "You think this is funny?" He charged, angry now. That's when Lena slipped past him and landed a punch, soft, but right on his chin. Not enough to hurt. Enough to wake him up. Dante staggered back. The crowd stood. "What is this?" someone shouted. Lena's breathing stayed calm. Her eyes stayed focused. "You're holding back," Dante growled. "Yes," she said. "Why?" "Because hurting you won't heal you." The words hit harder than any punch. Dante roared and swung wild. Lena moved like water. Dodge. Step. Block. Every move was clean. Almost gentle. This wasn't street fighting. This was discipline. The bell rang for the end of the round. The crowd didn't cheer. They whispered. Dante sat on his stool, sweating. His trainer leaned in. "Who is that girl?" the trainer asked. "I don't know," Dante said, "but she's not weak." Across the ring, Lena sat quietly. Her coach stared at her. "You never told me you could do this," he whispered. Lena looked down. "You never asked." She glanced at Dante one last time before standing. "There's more," she said quietly. Dante swallowed hard. For the first time in years, fear knocked on his chest. Round 2 began with no laughter. Dante came out careful now. His hands were up, his eyes sharp. The crowd leaned forward. Lena moved first. She attacked, not wild, not angry, but precise. One punch, then another, then gone. Dante blocked, but his arms shook. "You're trained," he said between breaths. "By who?" Lena paused. "My father." Dante scoffed. "Never heard of him." "Good," she said. "He didn't fight for fame." Something in her voice made Dante hesitate. They circled. "You enjoy humiliating people," Lena continued. "Why?" Dante snapped. "Because the world humiliated me first." He rushed her. This time, Lena didn't move away. She stepped in. She struck him, fast, sharp, controlled, right where it hurt. Dante dropped to one knee. The arena exploded. The referee ran forward. "You okay?" Dante waved him off and stood slowly, staring at Lena like he was seeing a ghost. "That move," he whispered. "Only one man used that." Lena's eyes darkened. "He taught many," she said, "but the world betrayed him." Dante's heart pounded. Memories rushed back. An old gym, a quiet black trainer who spoke about honor, not money. A man who disappeared after exposing corruption in boxing. "No," Dante whispered. "He died." Lena shook her head. "He was killed," she said, "by people like you." The bell rang, but no one moved. The crowd felt it. This was no longer a joke. This was a reckoning. Between rounds, Dante couldn't sit. "Say his name," he demanded when the bell rang again. Lena raised her gloves. "Malik Carter." The arena froze. Old trainers gasped. Journalists stood. "That's impossible," Dante said. "They erased him." "They tried," Lena replied. "But I'm still here." She stepped forward. "My father trained champions who refused to cheat. So they banned him. When he spoke out, they framed him. When he fought back, they killed him." The crowd murmured in anger. Dante's knees felt weak. "I didn't know," he said. "You didn't want to know," Lena answered. Dante lowered his gloves. "I was young. I followed orders." Lena's voice cracked. "So did the men who took my father." Tears filled her eyes, but her stance stayed strong. "This fight," she said, "was never about winning." She punched him once. Clean. Straight. Dante fell flat on his back. The referee counted. 1, 2, 3. Dante didn't move. Not because he couldn't, because he wouldn't. The count reached 10. The bell rang. Silence. Then thunder. The crowd stood and cheered, not for violence, but for truth. Dante sat up slowly, looking at Lena. "I'm sorry," he said. "I failed him. I failed you." Lena extended her glove. "Then stand up," she said, "and do better." He took it. The video spread like fire. Not of a girl being humiliated, but of a champion being humbled. Investigations reopened. Old cases returned. Malik Carter's name was cleared. Statues fell. Licenses were taken. Corrupt leaders resigned. Dante spoke publicly. "I was part of the system," he said, "and I was wrong." He gave up his titles. Lena refused money. "I want a gym," she said, "for kids like me." She got 10. Dante trained there, not as a star, but as a student. One day, he asked, "Why did you forgive me?" Lena looked at the ring. "Because hate would have made me like you were." She smiled softly, "And my father didn't raise me that way." Years later, a new champion stood in the ring. A young girl. Strong, calm, proud. Lena watched from the corner. The crowd cheered her name. Not because she was famous, but because she was earned. A reporter asked Lena, "What did that night change?" Lena answered, "Everything." She looked into the camera. "Never laugh at someone you don't understand," she said. "Never use power to crush the weak. And never forget, truth always fights back." The bell rang, and this time, the world was ready. Clap aboard the end.